Hello. Alright, so this video is for lash techs or massage therapists, estheticians, anybody that's in the service business, and clients are your business. Client is what makes your business alive. Okay, so if you're struggling to get clients, you need to watch this. So in case for you, who I am Monica Quinones. I am a fully booked out lymphatic massage therapist, and the same techniques I use for my marketing and getting my books filled, it applies to the beauty professional, the beauty industry. I also share space, I work with lash techs, with other estheticians that do facials. I also work with other massage therapists. So it is pretty much the same. It's just changing the wording, changing the name of the service, but it all applies. So just so you know. And I want to say that I'm going to go on a little story, just a tidbit story. So how did I get to now where I am fully booked? I'm fully booked, and that was not the case before. Before, I was struggling to get clients all the time, and I am not the most bubbly person. And what I mean by that is I'm not a social butterfly. I am a introvert. I'm pretty quiet. A lot of people tell me that I'm pretty quiet, and I'm fine with that. I am just really great at interpersonal connections, one-to-one connections. I am better at that. But overall, I've still had this desire, this grit to not give up on my business. I almost gave up on my massage therapy practice, almost, but I decided that wasn't going to happen. So I used to make, it was 0 months, like just maybe I was lucky if I made $200 a month. And there was a point of time where I thought, man, if I could just make $1,000 a month, that would change my life so much. I'm here to tell you that $1,000, you can make so much more. You can make way more than $1,000, just so. But that's how it was. I later learned that it was accumulation of things, and it was things through trial and error that I learned on my own. I learned that it takes energetics. It took energetics, and then it also takes strategy of learning the marketing. And it's more than just marketing. It's also about having a connection, whether or not that client wants to really see you or not. And then also the energetics. So it takes energetics, strategy, and then more energetics after the strategy. Because here you are probably fresh, you're brand new, fresh baby esthetician, SD, lash tech, and you're only told of the plain limbo of, like, you just gotta talk to people, you just gotta post more. That's what I did. I bet that's what you heard. And you're wondering, there's more to this. There has to be more to this. There is something that I'm not being told. There is something that I'm not being shown. Or they probably tell you, maybe you do get the client, but you're not they're not returning. The retention is low. Or how come you weren't able to make more. And then you're also told you just got to believe in yourself. You just got to believe in yourself. You just got to believe it's because you weren't believing. Or you probably may have heard, you're not hungry enough. You're not hungry enough to get it. You're not hungry enough. Or you should have sold that. You should have sold all of that. You should have made thousands over the weekend. Like, how is that possible? And then you probably have asked, well, how do you sell? Like, how do you sell? Like, how do you do it? And then they just tell you, well, you just got to learn how to do it. You just got to learn how to do it. Record yourself and just practice. I don't know about you, but also I love human design. Human design helped me learn more about myself. So I'm a 1-3 generator with a defined sacral. So I have a lot of energy, but then I am very emotional. So I definitely need the energetics. I don't know if you are very emotional. Maybe you're just emotional where you can't make a decision. A lot of times, majority of us are probably, we're sacral authority. So you already get that, your body already gets that, yes, and you're certain. But some of us that are emotional, we have to ride this wave. We have to wait until it settles, until we actually have the clarity to make that decision. I don't know about you, but that was me. That's why I had as a 1-3, I needed like more depth on, no, there's a better way of selling, and I really want to know the art of it. And that's where this comes into play. Nobody talks about the art of selling without selling, and selling beautifully, and where your client doesn't feel like they're just being looked at as a number. And then also how to treat your clients, how to treat the client, how to give a beautiful experience. And then also how to handle the emotions and the energetics when you do have slow weeks, when you do have slow months. A lot of times, and I hear it all the time, I see it all the time, that new lash techs, they've probably been in business for months, maybe a year, and the only clients they had were just people that they knew. Nobody else knew. And they decide to close it down, or they try to revive their business from time to time. They're closed for a certain amount of time because they didn't get clients, and then they try again, and then they stop. I want to say it is all possible, but it takes energetics, because it's a test, especially when you're an entrepreneur. It takes energetics, strategy, and more energetics. Like, how are you going to go through that emotional wave of slow weeks, slow months? What are you going to do? How can you handle it? How can you regulate your nervous system when it comes to that? So I do want to talk about one of the ways that I started out, one of the easy ways, and there's an art to this. So you can get your business cards, and if you don't have clients, that means you have plenty of time. You have time as your currency. So that means you go out and hand out your business cards. If you're not a great talker like me, you are probably very shy, just give them the card and smile, or give them a card and say, hey, I just started my business and I have a great deal on new clients. Here's my card. If you know anybody, please spread the word. I really appreciate it. And sometimes they'll say, okay, sure. Or if they throw it away, that's fine. Or a lot of times they're going to be interested. They might even have questions or text you about this new deal or this special deal that you got going on. And then another thing is Groupon. You could try Groupon. And also you can try flyers. You could pass out the flyers. There's other ways of doing the flyers. Almost the same as the business cards. You can do the flyers by putting them on the car, on the vehicles. And the way to do that is make sure that it's like thick cardstock. And probably the most way to be simple, maybe you could go all out, but if you're on a budget, you want to go simple. So something pretty bright, maybe a yellow, and then putting something on there, you know, like Lash special going on, whatever the verbiage, Lash special going on, you know, text me or text this number, blah blah. Or you could put your website on it, and you can cut it up, I don't know, this size, whatever this size is. I've done it before, so I don't remember the exact size, but it's like on 8x11, cut it in thirds, so you get like probably 9 pieces out of that. And then I don't know about you, I always was like a ninja at this, so I would like be, because I didn't want to like hang around, and I also didn't want to like, I also wanted to put it on as many cars as possible. So I would go to a parking lot, any parking lot with a lot of cars. Don't think about the security guards there. Do not think about people staring at you. Do not get in your head and overthink that. Like, just do it. Just pass it out. And if somebody does approach you like a security guard, just say, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. It doesn't matter, but don't overthink it. Just do it. Just do it. And you just put it like between the where the window and the rubber is, and just stick it in there, and it just right there, just pop, and just go on. Just do that, and as many as you can. That's just one of the ways. Those are just one of the budget friendly ways if you're just getting out. There are other ways too, but that is how, one of the ways that I started out, how I got my name out there, and how I started filling my books. And then I just got better at my marketing strategy. I reinvested into marketing. I reinvested into myself. I reinvested into my self-development, and just, you know, poured more wisdom into myself. So if you love this, if you want to learn more, I have a free guide. Check out the website for the free guide. You want to grab that. And if you love this, if you want to know more, please put in the comments what you would love to know more, what to cover, or what to do. All right, I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.